Hello, I'm Gary Walton and these are the Big Wobble headlines for Week 2, 2018. Thousands of people, some with babies, trapped in their vehicles by heavy snow overnight on a highway near Madrid in Spain on Monday. The Army's emergency unit, UME, said it sent 2 companies of specialist soldiers and 95 vehicles to free over 3,000 vehicles that became stranded on the AP6 highway linking Madrid and the northwestern city of Segovia. Earthquakes in strange places. An induced quake caused by fracking hits Holland with a magnitude 3.4, the biggest since 2012. A 3.4 magnitude earthquake took place in the northern Dutch province of Groningen at 3 p.m. local time on Monday, the Royal Netherlands Meteorological Institute KNME reported. Spare a thought for wildlife in parts of Oz. Thousands of flying foxes, bats, died in an Australian heatwave so severe it has melted tarmac. Animal welfare volunteers battle to save the lives of thousands of babies and some adults in distress, but the death toll is believed to be in the thousands. It doesn't happen often. The last time it snowed here was 40 years ago. Temperatures in the summer can reach 45 degrees centigrade, but yesterday the small town of Ain Sefra was covered in snow. A rare blanket of snow in the Sahara Desert was spotted over the weekend, an unusual sight for an area known for its relentless heat. According to the Daily Express, the cold snap comes as Europe and the United States froze in bitter temperatures. Winter Storm Grayson, battering the US East Coast, has seen the sea freeze in Cape Cod along with the Niagara Falls freezing over in stunning scenes. We are 10 days into the new year and we have our first major quake. It's the first major quake of 2018 and it's a big one. A shallow magnitude 7.8 earthquake has been observed 79 kilometers off Barra Patuca, Central America, Honduras, along the Puerto Rico Trench on the 10th of January 2018. The depth was 10 kilometers. A tsunami alert was issued to the entire Caribbean Sea region. Small tsunamis had been observed and aftershocks were making rescue efforts difficult.
It happened in minutes. Fire-scorched land couldn't hold the rain, so mud poured down from the Glendora foothills below.
It's havoc. It's bad. It's bad. It hasn't been this bad in a long time. It wasn't like this 20 minutes ago.
They're getting out while they can.
But you're not taking anything with you, you're just grabbing your dog?
Yeah, we got my laptop. I don't need too many things. Everything's gonna be fine. It's all replaceable.
Just a couple inches of rain, and you can see the effect here when the ground, which is burned by the fire, can't hold all of this. And something you'll notice, the debris, it shows it's been scarred by wildfire.
We need to make some plans to help get you out, okay?
Yeah.
1,000 homes are under a mandatory evacuation order because they sit below these scorched hills. 2 months ago, it was wildfire. Today, mud into their pools and backyards. California has been in drought for months. The sudden rain caught some by surprise. 2 people were found stranded in a tree trying to escape the rising water of the Los Angeles River. Take a closer look. It's not just people, but they're 2 dogs. You can see the rescuers, the Los Angeles firefighters, as they carefully move the frightened animals out of the tree, one by one, to the nearby rescue boat.
As the first major quake of 2018 struck this morning, it should come as no surprise that a new coronal hole faces the Earth. After a quiet period, this morning's event was the first major quake in almost a month. Solar wind flowing from this coronal hole will reach Earth and cause polar geomagnetic activity on January the 13th. Until then, we could be in for more major quakes and, of course, volcanic activity. The coronal hole, shown in the picture above, is a region in the Sun's atmosphere where the magnetic field peels back and allows solar wind to escape. According to space weather, a coronal hole is a region where gaseous material is emerging from this hole faster than 500 kilometers per second or 1.1 million miles per hour. As the gaseous material, solar wind, is hurled into space, it can reach speeds of 800 kilometers per second as it batters anything in its path, which on this occasion is Earth. Luckily, our magnetosphere will absorb the solar wind, causing beautiful aurorae at the Earth's poles. The days before the solar winds arrive can be a vulnerable time for our planet for earthquakes, as seen this morning. Coronal holes are also known to influence other aspects here on Earth. They are known to cause problems for animals who rely on the Earth's magnetic field to migrate. The solar wind is also known to cause seizures and migraines in humans and behavior problems in children and animals. And as predicted yesterday, another major quake, a magnitude 6.0, 39 kilometers west-southwest of Payu, Burma, is the second major quake of January 2018. A magnitude 6.0 in Burma, Myanmar, is the second major quake of January 2018. It comes after yesterday's magnitude 7.8 earthquake off the coast of Honduras, which was one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded in the region. It's exactly 100 years since the Spanish flu infected 500 million and killed an estimated 100 million people around the world. Fast forward to 2018 and experts are worried another monster pandemic is emerging called the Australian flu, and the caveat is this season's flu vaccines are no match for this new virus. Australia's 2017 flu season is now over, but public health officials reported record high rates of flu as well as above average numbers of hospitalizations and deaths. The most common flu strain there was the influenza A virus known as H3N2, and the vaccine given to Australians had an effectiveness of only 10% according to preliminary estimates. According to the LA Times, the vaccine now being administered to the West uses the same formulation. Even worse, nearly 3/4 of the 1,544 laboratory confirmed cases of flu seen in the US since October the 1st were of the H3N2 variety, according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. The Daily Mail claims flu fatalities have soared 77% in just a week in England, government figures reveal, as fears of the worst outbreak in 50 years loom large. And then from nowhere, a spurt of volcano activity. On Friday, reports were coming in of an explosion at the Stromboli volcano on the Italian island of Ginostra. A very strong explosion seems to have occurred on the Stromboli volcano last night, that's Thursday, around 9 o'clock local time. And then also on Friday morning it was reported that days after the zone was reduced from a radius of 10 kilometers, Bali's Mount Agung erupted again on Thursday, spewing ash 2.5 kilometers into the Indonesian sky. A major alert on Friday at the Tinario volcano in Costa Rica after a seismic swarm was recorded, after the magnitude 7.8 quake struck Honduras on Monday. And then it was the fourth volcano in 24 hours, spewing ash and showing activity as the Philippine colossus, the Mayon volcano, spewed ash and smoke high into the Philippine sky. And we was by no way finished. On Saturday, Mount Sinabung spewed ash and molten lava into the Indonesian sky and was the fifth volcano in 24 hours, showing increased activity. And last but not least, this morning it was reported nearly 2,000 people were evacuated from Cordova Island off the northern coast of Papua New Guinea after a dormant volcano which has never ever erupted before exploded on Friday afternoon. And a powerful magnitude 7.1 quake hits Peru this morning as the G1 class geomagnetic storm is in progress on Earth, impacted by solar winds of above 600 kilometers per second, 1.3 million miles per hour. And more than 200 people have died in Nepal and northern India after severe cold has hit the area over the last 2 weeks. Well, that's it, folks. I'd like to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.